Hey guys, welcome to the session, and I hope all of you guys are doing good. So let's get started with today's discussion. So as you guys know, like we are conducting this type of session on a monthly basis, and today also we are going to have a discussion about Microsoft CoWork, which is one of the products coming from Microsoft. We have given multiple sessions on Cloud CoWork as well. So this particular product is on the same lines of Cloud CoWork. The way or things which we can do using Cloud CoWork, the same thing we can do using the Microsoft CoWork as well. Here you have to set up this product with the help of your IT team. So you have to build this, you have to connect this with your tenant that you can check with your team how we can do that. And it is going to charge as you go, as in whenever you are doing some task, it is going to utilize certain tokens, and based on that, the charges will be applied. So let me show you first few things that how you will get this product and where we can track the cost. So this is the app which you have, Microsoft 365 Copilot. It must be present in your machines as well. So if you open this up, it is going to give me this type of page. And here at the top, you can see there is an option of CoWork coming in. If you have the subscription for the same, you'll be seeing this with this chat type of option. If there is no subscription, then in that case, it will be mentioned that recharge or something like that. You will be seeing that option. So if it is enabled, that means your organization already had the connection and you can very well use it. So this is my Microsoft CoWork, which we have. How to track the costing and all. So you have to go to the admin website, admin.cloud.microsoft. And from there, you can very well go ahead and click on this Copilot. And here you can see there is a CoWork option coming in. And here you can see that the number of credit used for this particular month. And if you click on this, you will be seeing the entire breakup. So I'm not using Microsoft CoWork quite extensively. I'm only using it for the training purpose, as in to give the demonstration. Because the quality which I have seen in the Cloud CoWork is much better than Microsoft CoWork. But it depends on organization, what particular tool they are basically going to use. So that is the reason we are discussing this as well, because in your organizations, there can be a chance that you must be using the Microsoft CoWork or planning to use the Microsoft CoWork. Costing wise, also, I feel a bit of expensive only this Microsoft CoWork. Like I did 2-3 use cases in this particular in on the 12th of August, and it utilizes almost 1721, and this is like 1 rupee per token. So this is like around 1700 rupees it took for that particular task. So overall, I feel that this is a bit of expensive as compared to Claude, but yeah, maybe I will be wrong. I need to explore this further as well. But overall, I feel that bit of challenges plus bit of expensive in nature. But anyways, the main motive is not to demotivate. The main motive is to help you understand that if you are using this in your organization, then how can you leverage this and implement some of your tasks. These CoWork type of features are basically nothing but helping us to access the file systems in our machines. And it uses those files as a context. And based on that context, it tries to understand what the requirement is. And based on that, it will generate the outcome for us. So whatever the file structures we had in the Claude CoWork, exactly the same, you can pass it here as well, and machine will do the task for us. I'll be solving first use case, and let's see what happens. And if something goes wrong, we'll ask machine to fix it. The use case which I have is, we have two Excel files where we have this actual headcount for every department, every function, and we have the plan headcount for again every department, every functions. As of now, I took the small data because I just wanted to show you because it sometimes takes time as well to complete. So I'll just execute this particular task because we have limited time. After that, if time permits, we'll take one more use case. Here I have given the entire instruction that what I am looking for. This is the instructions which I have given. I'll be uploading these three files. Although here I have created this entire instructions based on the proper folder structure, like the files will be present in the data folder and all. Although I am just going to upload this entire information into my Microsoft CoWork. So here, what are we looking for? What we measure: headcount variance, attrition variance. Then some of the thresholds are there which we have to take care of. These are some of the sign convention. If it is above plan, then unfavorable, favorable, over plan, and so on. Output format, the font and all. I want to do some pre-flight checks. I'll be sharing all these files. You can go through that. Then we have the variance summary. I want to generate this Excel file, which will have all these columns: the department, the function, the beginning, headcount, plan, ending, and so on. Once I'll be approving this, so here you can see that the approval gate coming in. Once I'll be approving it, then it is going to generate one memo. This memo will have a title block, the headline, the top three areas on or ahead of plan, the top three areas of concern, the story for CHRO, and so on. Here are the rules: stick to the numbers, flag rather than assume, do not editorialize headcount, direction, no filler language, and so on. And then finally, it is going to generate one log file. These are the tasks which my workflow will not complete. So what we'll do, we'll pass this entire information to the CoWork. So here I have an option of attaching. So here you can see add work context. Here, if you press the slash key, automatically it is going to take these. You see, all the files are coming in. Headcount, actual. These are other files which we have in our OneDrive, right? You can connect to people out here. You can connect to meetings, emails, chats, sites, sites as in your SharePoint sites, right? All those options are available here. You can provide any information which you want. For now, I'll just go and show you some more option here. Upload files and image, attach cloud files, or customize. So for now, I don't want to customize anything. If you click on customize, these are some of the inbuilt plugins we have. I can connect to Canva, Box, various different Excel I draw, right? Google Calendar. So we can connect to all these as a plugin. So it will take information from these apps as well. Slack and all will also be there, I guess. So all those options are available. As of now, I want to go and upload the file. I'll upload the file here and I'll just provide these three files as the attachment. Now I'll say follow the instruction file and do the needful. So now it is going to read this entire information, and based on that, it is going to generate what? The first is it is going to generate one Excel file. which is a variance file. And after that, it is going to generate one Word document. In between, we can provide the instructions as well. For example, let's say I want one pager PPT as well. So it is going to generate one pager PPT also. This is one of the steps we are adding in on the fly. So you can see that it is building the variance workbook as of now. Here you can choose the models and all, which model you want to use. By default, it chooses the best model for the work. So this is exactly the way you must have heard about Claude CoWork as well. And if you attended the previous sessions, then you must have seen I have explained Claude CoWork. So it is working on the same lines. So here you can see that one PPT coming in. This is one of the problems as well, which I have seen that earlier it was start building the variance workbook, right? But in between, I gave this command. So it gave the priority to this and it ignored this variance workbook. Ideally, that should not be the case. Ideally, what should happen, whatever the task coming in, this guy should be going in the queue. Once the file will be completed, I will verify that. Once I will verify that, it will generate a memo. And after that, it should generate the PPT. So these type of issues which I am seeing. So if you are giving the instruction, just make sure that the previous task already completed. In the meantime, let's click on this. So here you can see that the PPT is coming in. We can download that. We can open it in the web version of PPT as well. So this is the web version coming in the SharePoint. So you can see the entire information also what it is trying to do. It's still working on the PPT. The entire thought process of CoWork, you can see this entire thought process. Now I'm checking the footnote, which also seems to be wrapping in 2 lines. I am trimming it down, right? So it's basically fixing the PPT layout. Anyways, let's do one thing. In the meantime, it's running at the back end. Let's start working on one more task where we have more number of files. Okay. So basically, in this particular use case, we have training going on for senior management or new managers. And here you will have a lot of different files. So this file is basically talking about the attendance and demographic master, where we have total experience, name, batch number, attendance, pre-assessment score, post-assessment score, score improvement, all those information coming in. This is the batch 1 post-training survey, where we have all the details about the people out there, what all rating they have given, what is the NPS score, what they like, what they did not like, and overall scores are also available here. Same will be for batch 2 as well. Same will be for batch 3 as well. There are some reflection journals are there where it's talking about the key takeaways and all from various different learners. Then we have facilitator self-assessment, basically the trainer's self-assessment. So here the trainer provided his own assessment. Priya Menon is one of the trainers. What went well, what to improve next time, and so on. And here are the average ratings. Then we have the focus group transcript of senior leaders. So 8 senior managers we have taken from the training, and we just had a quick discussion with them that how was the training and all those things. Then we have this two file I'll just delete because this I will generate. Manager feedback after 30 days post training, whether they have seen some improvement or not. Too early to tell, not really visible yet. On job application rating, right? All those information is again we have. So you can see that a lot of data coming in. Mid training check, mid training pulse check, right? How the training going on, engaging, not good, very good, like that. So that information coming in. Program overview and learning objectives. Who will be the target audience, format, batch one, batch two, batch three batches were there. What all things are covered and all those details. And lastly, the trainer observation notes for all the batches. This is the trainer's observation notes we have. So a lot of files are there. We have to analyze all these files. We have to do some analysis, cross-file analysis also we have to do. And based on that, we have to come up with the final outcome. So here you can see the instruction, what we are looking for. So these are the 12 files we have. Analysis to perform, quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, cross-file analysis, and trend analysis. Want to generate the 15-page PowerPoint presentation. Title slide, executive summary, program overview, participation snapshot, overall satisfaction, batch-wise performance, NPS and recommendation score, what learners loved, what needs improvement, trainer performance, behavior change, demographic insights, learning objectives, recommendations and action plan, next step and closing. These are the rules of colors and all. And finally, this PPT we have to generate, right? PPT is the end goal we have. So we'll be providing this entire thing. So here you can see all the files are there. It will go through all the files, do the analysis, and come up with the 15-page slide with all the information where we are analyzing which is the best trainer, all those information it will be fetching out. Trainer performance, comparison, and all, right? So I don't have to sit here and look at it. I can start working on some other task as well. Here you can see that this task is completed already. Although I did not create the Excel file and all variance file, because what I have seen is that whatever instructions I am putting in at the last, it is overriding all the other instructions, right? This is one of the problems I see in the Microsoft CoWork, which is not there in the Claude. Claude puts it in the queue that I'll complete the other things first, then I'll do the task. Both has its pros and cons. Suppose let's say I wanted only PPT, then this tool is good. It will just overwrite all the previous this thing commands and generate the final PPT for me, right? So if you want, you can ask for creating the Excel file again. Now we can ask for it. Create the variance Excel as well and a Word memo present in the instructions. Because as I mentioned, or whatever files I have given will be the context. all those information will be the part of machine now. Machine has that as a memory. So it has the understanding of instructions.md file, and based on that, it is going to generate. So basically, CoWork is nothing but CoWork, whatever files you are providing will become its context. And it will basically give me the responses and outcomes from those files. So now it is building the variance workbook. Here you can see the step, writing the commentary memo, write the run log. These are the three things which it will do. As of now, it is building the variance workbook. Same way here also, it is doing the task, analyzing all the 12 feedback file, build the bar charts and 15 deck slide. So it will keep running in. We don't have to worry about it. We'll come back and we'll go ahead and we'll, what do you say, see what outcome we got, right? Here we have an option of my task. These are my previous tasks we have. Automation. Automation is basically nothing but if I want to schedule the task. Let's say I want to run this type of variance analysis or this batch analysis on a weekly basis. So for that, I can click on the automation and I can schedule that as a new task, right? So every Monday morning, I want to do the variance analysis. I can mention that. So for example, I'll upload the files again for variance. And I'll say that I want this task to perform on the weekly basis every Monday, 9 a.m. The only thing I will change is the Excel files. Here it is preparing the presentation, and here it is Excel file. You can see created the variance file and commentary is also created. Now it is running the log file. So if I click on this Excel file, you'll see the entire variance, hotspots, source and plan actual file is also coming in. This is the entire variance summary. Unfavorable, favorable, and here is the memo. So the entire memo also created. We can create this PPTs and all in our own company format as well by providing one sample file that this is my PPT or this is my previous PPT. So I want you to use the same this thing, right? So you can download these files. Here are the options available. You can download all the files. As I mentioned, I uploaded the file. You can customize and you can choose the OneDrive or SharePoint as well. It will do all the tasks on that folder. Can't it fetch from the drive? No. So basically our drive is connected with the OneDrive, right? So you can click on this OneDrive and from OneDrive you can give the path. For example, if you see here, I have the OneDrive present in the D drive. So any files from this I can pass it. But in that case, you have to attach this OneDrive from there. Or second option is if you just press the slash, automatically whatever files are present in your OneDrive will be coming here. Okay, those options are available. How should we correct the errors, if any, after downloading? It's better to, for example, here you can see the variance file I had, right? What was my intention? My intention was to first see the variance file. I'll quickly confirm that variance file from my side. If something is wrong here, I will ask machine directly here only that these numbers is not coming as per my expectations. Some issues are there. So it's a good option to do fix now here only, then download it. But let's say you download it, after that you are seeing the problem, then you can attach those files again and you can ask. Or no attachment is also fine, because if I download, I'll just check it out. It already has all the outputs and references. I can just say that these numbers are not looking good. That type of thing we can do. Here you can see that it is scheduling the task. Monday 9 a.m. And here it is working on the 15-page PPT. This is the PPT coming in. 1 of 15. It's still building in, but you can see that it's coming up. So here you can see all the tasks completed for this part. This is still going on, and this is still scheduling. How to take care of this optimal usage of credits? It's purely based on how well you are providing the instructions, right? So it's a game of a prompt. You have to design a prompt in a way that you are not putting any repetitive information. You are not putting any, what do you say? The main instruction should be at the start of the prompt or at the end of the prompt. In between, there should not be any instruction, right? Basically, your main task should be clearly visible to the model, because sometimes there are cases where we have seen that your main instruction is getting buried in the prompt. So in that case, the output quality will not be good and it consumes more of a tokens, because I have to fix that problem. So here you can see that it is using the color, company color format, background color and all. It was all passed in the instructions file. This one, navy blue, light blue, white background. White background is this FFF. Here you can see the scheduled task coming in. So if you go to the automation, you can see this task is now created. So weekly head count and attrition variance run every week, Monday 9 a.m. it will run. I'll just go ahead and I will delete that. Here it is doing the variance analysis again. I don't want to do that. I'll just stop it. Okay. One question came in, why we are using MD file and can we give the Word file? The answer is that your LLMs are very nicely trained on MD files. You must be aware that people have used Slack Overflow and GitHub repositories and all quite extensively for training these LLMs. And those repositories and all, they have very much uploaded with .md file. MD file is a markdown file. It's more of a text file only with the extension as .md. Your LLMs are very nicely trained on these type of files. So what people have seen that when we are providing the instructions in the MD file, if you are aware of Claude and other tools as well, so there is a concept of skill.md, skill.md in the Claude. So that is a very famous file we have. So we are using MD file. The reason is that LLMs are very nicely trained on that. So if you are providing the instructions on MD file, the quality of the response will be coming out to be very good. You can provide the instructions in the Word document also. There is no issues with that. You can provide that in the PDF as well. No issues with that. But if you are looking for a better quality, just go ahead and provide the instructions in the MD file. You don't have to worry about that, how to create the MD file. You can very well take help from the Claude only to build the MD file. I'll give you the idea. So Claude or any, you can use ChatGPT as well, Copilot as well. That's fine. So let's say I want to do the variance analysis of my head count of people out there, right, in the company. So I'll just provide the instruction because you are the best judge of your work. You know that what you have to do. You know that how you have to do. What all files will be coming in and all those details. So you have to just put that thing, whatever present in your brain in this prompt and machine will generate the MD file for you. For example, I want to do the variance analysis where I want to compare the actual headcount and the plan headcount, where I want to see how much attrition is happening and how many new people we have hired. This will be shared with the CHRO for further analysis. I want you to create the .md file for the same for this variance analysis. So here I gave very less information, but I can provide a detailed information as well that I will be having this file as an Excel file coming as an input, one more Excel file coming as an input. I have to create one PPT, I have to create one document. These files you have to refer as well, which will be present in this folder, right? So all those type of information you can provide. So once you provide that entire information, it will generate the .md file for me. We can download this MD file and then we can edit that. If you think that some of the steps are not very much properly written or it's pretty much I don't want or some extra thing I missed. So I can ask Claude to update that MD file or we can update from our side as well. So that option is very much available and that's how we can create the basic skeleton of MD file. Later on, you can very well go ahead and you can modify that. So here you can see that it is building the MD file for us and we can use that. Here you go. So headcount variance instructions.md. I can download this. Once I download this, I'll open up that in the notepad. So here is my entire MD file coming in. Right? I just gave a few details and you can see it created a very detailed MD file. Then we can fix this. We can add our own files and all those details. Right? That's how you can create the MD file. Not a very complex task. Here you can see it's still working on the PPT, doing some edits and all. And here is the PPT coming in. You can share that directly with the, what do you say, your team members from here because it's going in SharePoint, or you can download and you can share it as well or open in the location. So it's opening in the web version of the PowerPoint. So at this particular folder, my file document CoWork session, this is this, it's coming in. It's still working on it. It's taking time. But these are the slides coming in. Here you will see facilitator comparison, right? Trainer A versus trainer B. Whatever information we asked for, it created the same. You can quickly check it out whether it's on the same lines. For example, Title slide, executive summary. This was a title slide. This is the executive summary. Then we have program overview. This is the program overview. 3-day program, 24 hours and all. Total learner details, participant snapshot, overall satisfaction score, right? And so on and so forth. Is it safe to share information like employee details in Excel files? Is it safe to share the details with CoWork? The answer is yes, because if companies are enabling this CoWork in your company, so IT at the back end, they are having certain restrictions, right? So basically, I'll give you the idea why Microsoft is pretty much safe. Microsoft has a tie-up with Anthropic as well as OpenAI. So every model has certain weights. Weights are basically nothing but the learning knowledge which it has, right? So what happens is that this is my Microsoft box. Inside this, your CoWork is there, or you are connected with your company tenant, basically, right? And you are uploading this document into this CoWork, which is present in your company tenant. Now, this is my OpenAI server. Okay. OpenAI model has certain weights. You must have aware of that. Each model is trained on 175 billion parameters and all those things. So those weights from OpenAI was shared by them to Microsoft. So these weights are present here. These are basically learning parameters on which machine learned. So basically the entire model information is present here as a file system. OpenAI shared that file with them. So when you are providing your information, it is hitting this file and response coming in. It's not going outside the Microsoft box. Right? So that's why if your organization is having a tie with Microsoft, you must be using Azure cloud and all those things, right? So why are you not saying that it is not safe there? It's safe because Microsoft is giving you that guarantee. Same way when we are passing the OpenAI CoWork task as well, OpenAI model is present here. So it's inside, it is going to be inside a Microsoft system only. It will not gonna go outside the Microsoft system, right? That is a benefit. What is the drawback of basic Copilot version? The basic Copilot version, first of all, basic Copilot version will not give you this option, CoWork, right? It is separate than the basic Copilot. Second is when you are using the Excel, and in Excel also, if you are using this button, right? Basic Copilot will not give you this button. You have to purchase this with $30 per month. In every product, when we are having this Copilot sign, it is only dedicated to that product. But in CoWork, what are we doing? In CoWork, we are playing with different files. So the main purpose of Excel Copilot is to play with Excel and do the task. PowerPoint, play with PowerPoint, do the task, and so on. But when I want to do the interconnectivity of the files, PDF files coming in, emails coming in, images coming in, all those things coming in, and I want to analyze something from there. That's where CoWork comes in. CoWork is basically playing with multiple files of different formats, analyzing it, and giving the answer. Right? Infosys and other companies' share price went down last year. That is because of this guy, CoWork. Right? Because CoWork can do a lot of stuffs. Can normal 365 license access various different files? Normal 365 license will only do interact. For example, Excel is there. Normal means again, I'm expecting $30 plan, right? Is what you are asking. So here you can see there is an option available of Copilot. Now in Excel, if I want to do some task, I can provide that information. Plus, I can connect some PowerPoints and all as well. Documents, PowerPoints, all those things I can connect and I can ask that use this file and create some Excel, something like that. We can do that. But here what happens is that if I want to generate one PPT with various files, PDFs and all those things, right? If I upload here multiple files, Excel will not have that much power. PowerPoint will not have that much power. CoWork has the power where it will read all the files properly and give me the answer. So when we are dealing with the multi-file systems, multiple files are there, multiple formats are there, then CoWork performance is much faster or much better as compared to individually going into the particular tool, uploading the file out there. That is gonna be a bit of a challenge. That's why they came up with this CoWork. So this is the PPT coming in. It's still doing something. I'll just stop it. Right. But you can see that these are the tasks we can very well do. Generate the documents, doing the analysis, all those things can be done. So this is what I wanted to cover. Any specific doubts you guys have, let me know. But I already gave you that my experience says that Claude CoWork is much better than Microsoft CoWork. But Microsoft CoWork is obviously launched later than Claude CoWork. So it's still catching up. But yeah, over the period of time, I think it will also improve as well. Right? You can see this PPT qualities and all. The quality of PPT in Claude CoWork is quite better as compared to these PPTs. But that's fine. It's evolving as well, and people are using it. We are getting at least the first cut. After that, we can modify this. Well, it's any doubts, any queries, let me know. What are the top 3 skills you would recommend us to look at? Now it depends. Like if you want to use tool and solve the task, then Claude CoWork is there. Your Microsoft individual products, Copilot is there, Excel Copilot and PowerPoint Copilot and all. Apart from that, if you're looking for coding point of view, then obviously Python is there. But as it's L&D batch, L&D discussion, so obviously coding may not be what you're looking for. So overall, I guess this CoWork, either Claude or Microsoft. ChatGPT has its own CoWork as well. ChatGPT work. So any one of that, which is what your organization is pretty much using it, you can go for it. Apart from that, your Excel, PowerPoint, and all those Copilots are very important. These days, people are using it quite extensively. We had conducted some sessions earlier as well. We'll conduct some more sessions on Excel and all maybe next month. Apart from that, bit of more customized agents if you want to build, then in that case, you can go for Copilot Studio, right? It's another product but it's an expensive product. So you will be needing the license and all from the organization. It will cost you around 2.5 lakh rupees per year, right? Monthly charge will be around 25,000. That is going to help you to create the custom agents, Copilot Studio. These things you can look for as a L&D professional. Apart from that, obviously, if you're interested, you can get into some technicalities as well, but that is on Python and all. Do you have any collection of functions? Yeah, I have a lot of use cases on different departments and all. So you can connect with the support team. So we conduct on a various departments like HR, L&D, finance, your sales, marketing, right? So various different use cases we have. So we conduct the sessions on the same. So you can connect with the support team. they will give you the understanding. Like here you can see in my folder as well, although it's pretty much on the cloud, but the same thing can be done in the Microsoft CoWork as well, right? So HR, sales, business, finance, legal, marketing, L&D, so various different domains we have worked on. All right, so this is what I wanted to cover. Thanks for your time. I hope you got something new from here. Every month we conduct the session, so you can join in and try to explore the things, right? Have a nice day and take care.